Ding, ding, ding. Hello everyone and welcome back to Yosemite Valley. Welcome back to the wonderful all-time favorite project we have on this channel. This is our zoo located in, of course, California of the US and, very much inspired by Yosemite Valley, but also the Yellowstone National Park. Why do I say that? Well, because people have asked recently a lot about Yellowstone as well, if I might do something like that as well. I want to answer that with a clear no, because that's just like way too similar, and so I'm deciding to not do this, I guess. But no, I take a lot of inspiration from Yellowstone, as I keep stressing a lot of the videos, and I want to say it just is really a good source for like pictures and stuff, I bring in here, because that area obviously is pretty similar in terms of nature and also which kind of animals live there, even though there are differences. But I called it Yosemite Valley. Technically, though, you could say it's like more like a California National Park, if you want. That would have been like a better name. But since I wanted to take the iconic Yosemite Valley half dome, it kind of led into this naming. However, today, guys, we spiced things up a little. I need your help, okay? So I need your help, first of all. You guys need to put down a lot of stuff in the comment section. But even more important than that, you have to stick with me, because around the middle of the episode, I'm gonna talk about some stuff that has been, has been talked about in the community quite a lot recently. So if you have been in my live stream, you may know a few things, because Sean T. Goodman from Frontier Development has been around, and we talked about the future of this game. So in case you guys are interested, please come over there and then do me a favor, put all of your feedback that you have in the comments down below to this video, but also just in general to Planet Zoo, because we have to, spice things up a little bit. We might think there could be a DLC soon, so we need a lot of you. We need to make the hype that the game and stuff, we need to get it up a little bit, hoping for it, And I want to get into one thing, because you know that I'm also trying to really listen to your feedback. And you guys have been giving me some really decent feedback, especially about the elephant habitat, which was really valid. And for me, it was a pinnacle of the eye in the eye the whole time. Like, it looked ugly as hell. And so here's me redoing actually the water section of the elephant habitat. This weird fencing that was going over there is not really realistic, nor is it looking pleasant. And yeah, back when I built it, I think I was just a little bit too lazy to go even further in it, and I did not have really an idea how to do it. So what I ended up doing is I'm doing a little bit of research how these water areas could work together with a river, and then I found some stuff where like fake rivers actually, but like river-ish sections, I want to call them, are split by these retaining walls that have like a little bit of concrete section going on, and then you have basically a water filtration system in the middle, so that the water is technically looks like as if this would be one big area of water, but practically it's not. It's basically two separate areas of water, separated by this retaining wall in the water, which also has like a filtration system in it. So on the one hand, you have the natural kind of water, and the other hand, it's the water that is in the habitat. So what you could do, you could empty this specific area of the habitat to clean it off eventually. And this is exactly what I did here. As you can see, obviously, it acts like one big kind of thing, but it's not. So it really is separated in terms of what it should be, and it could be cleaned off. So what I have to do still is a bit of pipe work that is connected to our big water filtration system, which is also in the part of the aquarium we've built. But I just found it very interesting and very important also to do that. So yeah, I mean, it's the whole notion of this habitat over here was to give the African areas the deserved ending with a big savanna habitat. And for me personally, it was quite a stretch to do this and making it still look good in Yosemite, to make it fitting, to make it look believable, to make it look, just some kind of nice way. This is definitely what I want to call it. And yeah, I just really think I managed to keep the essence here, and for me personally that was super important. One thing I'm just quickly mentioning before anyone is asking in the comments down below, or just for themselves, no, I won't have a real life part in this video again, but there's a reason, because I'm stupid. So the reason is because I'm stupid. I simply forgot to save the latest file before I went on building more. Now, I could have, brought that all in one episode, but then the video would have been like an hour long, and I want to try to focus to make my videos a little bit shorter. They've been excessive lately because I'm enjoying myself and doing this stuff too much, and I know that there are some people that love long videos, but I think the majority doesn't even look them. I can see it in my watch time. The watch time is basically the main reason why the channel has recently, experienced a little bit of a downside in terms of views, but the rest is very amazing. You guys are amazing. Subscriptions and stuff, amazing. You guys are great. I love you. But just in terms of how YouTube views this, which is always shit, but whatever, it's a little bit more about the watch time. And since I don't want to force you to watch longer, I need to make the videos a little bit shorter and more compromised what's the word? I forgot the word. Like, boil it down a bit better for you. Just that you have the same content but in a shorter amount of time, so I don't take too much of your time. And this is also why this video has no real-time part, because that would just extend it. However, there will be another video featuring the real-time part. I'm guessing it's going to be hump day, because there's this thing I wanted to talk about. As promised, somewhere in the video we talk about, and this is the point now where the little spicy, juicy stuff comes. So for those of you who didn't know, yesterday, for you it was 2 days ago, but for me it's yesterday. I'm recording it on Friday. So on Thursday evening, Shantae has joined my live stream on Twitch, and she's been lovely and it's been amazing, and we have had a little bit of a Q&A session. She answered loads of questions about Planet Zoo, and before you guys are going mad right now, no, obviously she did not spoil things, but there was some juicy information between the lines. There were some answers she could give us, like for example, maybe let's start off with a bummer and end with something great. She already kind of confirmed that like overhead climbing, such as orangutans do, or gorillas, or like all the apes, is not really a thing they look into, which is mainly to do with the way of the climbing works. And that's nothing they are working on currently. However, the good news is they are still working on the climbing system in general, improving it, and with every update they will try to improve it and embed also changes, and that's really great. But there was a lot more information about stuff, and I think the biggest information was in no information. There were a few things, and I want you to watch this VOD of the stream. There were a few things that Shantae really said and answered in a way that it was very clear that there is something in there, and then she answered some stuff which was very obvious that there is nothing in there. And if you read between the lines, you can actually see that there is some stuff in the works. And specifically, I want to point out that she was hinting. No, she wasn't hinting. That would be unfair. But the one question that was put all the time was like, what's going on with like stuff like the DLCs being bigger, having more animals and stuff. And she pointed out that this feedback, which was one of the feedback from the very beginning on, has been heard. She's not like in a position to say something right now, but she just reinforced the point that we have been heard. And that leads me to the next little juicy information that we unfortunately didn't get from Shantae, which is totally obvious because she can't talk about that. But there was like a video, or is still a video online on the Frontier channel that has some very cool information about the rigging system in general, and there were also some information in this video about upcoming potential animals, and these animals hint to brand new mechanics in the game. And here's the big spoiler alert. If you guys don't want to hear anything about it, because it is pure speculation and it's also just taken from this video, which at least is an official Frontier video, but since it was just taken from a file list that was seen in this specific thing, I really don't want to call out the animals, but at least this gives me hope that we get some new mechanics in the game. And I mean, technically, I don't want to talk too much about it because I think it's unfair, and I just need this bit of talking around right now, because we have talked about this in stream, we have talked about various places, it's out there, it's not like that I'm telling something very new now, and it's also quite a few days old, so it's not like I'm going to bust something out here. But I think it's this way important because it just kind of renewed my hope. The fact that Shante was so willing to talk with us again was very important because it showed there is the will to listen to us, to get in touch with us. And for everyone who expected her to answer some stuff, like give us like complete new information and stuff, that's not the point. She can't. She's not in position to do that, Even if she wants, she couldn't. But the way that she was in there and really tried to answer every question in the best possible way was already really amazing. And again, thank you, Shante, so much. I'm pretty sure you might be listening, and if not, if people tell you, I'm really thankful that you've been in there, and it shows that Frontier is still willing to try to get as much as possible out of us as a community. So we just need to be still needy little grumpy kids, because they do listen, and eventually we'll get our little lollipop here that we wanted for such a long time. And in my case, the lollipop is actually swimming animals and diving animals. That's my lollipop, I want to have seals, penguins, otters, what all, sea lions, having diving polar bears, for example, all this kind of stuff. I really want that because for me personally, and you might have noticed that recently, the aquarium was the last thing that really hit really nice on the numbers and really was a lot of fun to build for me. And this shows that there is such an incredible interest in that. If you see that the first episode of the aquarium, or like the stingray pool, is around 50k views or 40k views or something right now, which is insane at this point, because normally Planet Zoo, even at Lady's channel, is not really going higher up than 10 to 12 to 13k. And it just shows that people are willing to invest time and money and whatever into these kind of things, because the game as it is amazing. It has so much to offer, but like I think people just need that new little juicy stuff. And you see I'm going on a rant here, but I really want to see this coming rather soon. And now going towards Christmas is really the one point where I expect them to push something out, because if not, that would be business-wise a weird decision, because let's face it, the Christmas and holiday season is definitely the best season for games in terms of sales, because people, either they will get this as a present or they have the money to buy it themselves after Christmas. So in case there is a will to buy it, you have to make sure it's now. That's definitely it. So this is the reason why you guys don't get a real-time part, because I want to make sure that we move forward a little bit here and finish up this area, because I really hope that maybe even next week, who knows, or the week after, Frontier is giving us an announcement, or at least, again, like a hint to a free update, because as we all know, free update and DLC might be connected in some way. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely something I'm looking forward, and I don't want to put myself into the situation that I'm now going hard on Yosemite and all of a sudden the DLC drops and then I need to reschedule everything because I just, didn't expect that. So I'm just like bluntly open with you guys right now, in case you think we have early access already. No, we don't. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I have absolutely no info about anything. It's just my belief that you would need to have something ready for Christmas holiday season. So I just can't imagine there's nothing. So let's just hope, everyone, that this is really holding true and that's happening. And that's why I'm moving forward. So the next episode, for those of you who are interested, is going to focus on the cheetah habitat again. Yes, the cheetah habitat. You heard it right. The cheetah habitat is my next bigger thing, and I don't know how long it will take because there are not that many tweaks to do. Maybe it's going to be the cheetah habitat and the chimpanzee revamp in one, and that leaves me open with only one more area, which I think is great, because then I'm really at a point where I really think this project is getting to the end of its lifespan in a good way, because then it's like complete. And depending on what the DLC, if there is one coming, offers to us, it's maybe even better, because then it has the level of completeness that I want. So I'm really much looking forward to this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of content info blah blah dump here about upcoming DLC. So let me know in the comments down below what you want to see, what you think about the game right now, what you want to see in the future, or if you are someone who is still watching the videos but not playing yourself, what would you need to come back to the game? I really let me know down below in the comments, and I will also try to boil this feedback down to like some more, let's say, content friendly or reader friendly copies or whatnot, and then put this in the forum or send this to Shante directly, so we have a constant loop of feedback and of one voice to Frontier on Shante to bring that further, because I don't want, you know, as much as I love the fact that I have such a good connection with them, I don't want to become the voice to say something about this, because I am just a YouTuber, a tiny, very useless person that, I don't know, is really not in a situation that needs to say something. You know, I'm just a fan of this game as you are, and the most important thing is that we as a community are happy with the game. So you should definitely put back your personal belongings and your personal preferences, because I have a lot of things that I would love to have, but that might not hit what the majority wants. And so I really always want your feedback to understand what the majority wants. So for example, for me, 100% into aquatic animals first, like 100%. But I know that there are a lot of people who would love birds first, and it's fair to listen to that. Whether it's coming to the game or not is a different story, but it really is all about the fact that we have to have a sense of what everyone wants, rather than one very meaningless and useless YouTuber who's just enjoying his time, and for whatever weird reason some people found him and enjoy doing the stuff together, which I love, by the way, you crazy bunch of people. But yeah, I just want to, you know, step back a little and just bring your stuff forward to the front page and make sure that we all are heard rather than just one. Anyways, that's it. Really hope you enjoyed today's episode of me rambling a little bit. We have some screenshots at the end, and yeah, I'm quite happy with how this whole area, you know, looks right now, and I really do hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. As always, if you consider subscribing to my channel to help me grow, that would be amazing, and I would love you even more for that. In case you liked the video, give it also a like, and well, that's it. I'll talk to you next one. Stay safe everyone, stay healthy, that's important, and we talk to each other in the next one. Goodbye.